My parents ignored me for years. At Christmas dinner, I casually said, I sold my company. Your little worthless business for how much? My brother laughed. $170 million. His jaw dropped. Mom turned pale. Growing up, I was invisible. My brother Ryan got the trophies on the wall, the standing ovations, the we're so proud of you speeches. I got, that's nice, honey, while they scrolled past my achievements to ask about his. When I got into nursing school on a full scholarship, my dad said, that's great, nurses are helpful. Then immediately asked Ryan about his business degree. They called me low maintenance. Translation, they didn't have to think about me. But being ignored made me dangerous. While working night shifts in the ER, stabilizing stroke patients, making life or death calls at 3 a.m., I noticed the same problems every night. Chaotic staffing, missed handoffs, dangerous delays. So I built something. A real-time coordination platform for emergency departments. I called it PulseLink. I coded between codes. I pitched investors after 12-hour shifts. I begged my parents to co-sign a small line of credit. My dad laughed. Sweetheart, apps are a fad. Nursing is your backup plan. Funny how my life-saving career was a backup plan, but Ryan's spreadsheets were visionary. 3 weeks before Christmas, a healthcare software company acquired PulseLink for $170 million. I didn't tell my family. I knew exactly what would happen. They'd minimize it, misunderstand it, or make it about them. So when my mom called to invite me to your brother's celebration dinner, not a family dinner, his dinner, I decided to show up. Same beat-up Honda, same old winter coat, no hints. I sat at the end of the table like always. The built-in waitress, the background character. They toasted Ryan's promotion. My dad's eyes were shining. To Ryan, our star. Ryan smirked at me. Still pulling double shifts, little sis? Maybe someday I'll get you an interview at my firm. I smiled and said nothing. Then my mom turned to me with that polite but not interested voice. So honey, what about you? Same hospital? A lot has changed this year, I said. My dad nodded vaguely. Well, as long as you're stable. Ryan snorted. Yeah, and she's got that little app thing. Still manifesting $1 million? The table laughed. I set my fork down. Actually, I said, keeping my voice flat, I'm not manifesting anymore. I sold my company. The laughter died in stages. Ryan frowned. You what? I sold my company, PulseLink. We closed 3 weeks ago. He forced a smirk. Okay, Miss CEO. And how much did your little worthless business go for? I took a sip of water. $170 million. Dead silence. My mom's smile froze. My dad's fork slipped from his hand. Ryan laughed too loud. She's joking. I pulled up my banking app, set it face up on the table. Enough zeros to make my dad suck in a breath. Enough for Ryan's face to drain of color. Holy, Ryan cut himself off. You, how? That one word said everything. You, the girl they never worried about. The nurse who wore sensible shoes. The sibling who clapped on command. You never asked about my work, I said. You can't even name the hospital where I work without thinking. You assumed you knew my whole life because you knew my job title. My mom whispered, why didn't you tell us? When? I asked. When you interrupted me to ask about Ryan's bonus? When you told me apps were a fad? Ryan's voice cracked. So what? You came here to humiliate me? No, I said, standing. I came to stop being erased in my own family. I grabbed my coat. My mom reached for me. Wait, we need time to process this. I've given you 28 years, I replied. Time isn't the issue. I walked out past the family photos where I was always blurred at the edges, past the stockings with our names. The cold air hit my face. Behind me, I could hear them arguing, but for the first time in my life, I didn't fold myself smaller to make them comfortable. They spent 28 years not seeing me. Now they can't unsee what I built.